Bonjour tout le monde, and welcome back to rebuilding my first Minecraft world. I've actually built quite a lot already, but there's still this odd strip to go. Now this is actually just the boring noob strip, which is a lot worse than the rest of it, and a lot less well thought out. Now because these places have just so little story and so little to them, I'm going to say how much I can actually get done in the one episode. Your last episode already took you a month, Diamond Dog. You seriously gonna try and do all these builds in the one episode? Yes, I am. Starting with the modern house. See, I think I saw a picture that had people using these stone pressure plates as like a pavement, and I thought that was so great, and I was gonna do that myself. And I had also recently discovered stone slabs, so I figured that was a really good combination. Probably would have been better if I actually put more shape into it rather than a rectangle, but I was a noob, so that's just how it is. Inside we have the library. Yep, that's what it is. The lounge room. Now there is actually a flower in this pot. They're just all glitched out and not showing up. So that kind of sucks. Up here is the little bar area. You got a table and chairs. And then the bedroom with a glitched out bed. You know, there's not even a way to get into the garden down there. Just gotta jump the fence. Little pond. And some torches. Fantastic. So these are the blocks I'm going to be using. I'm not really sure how exactly I'm going to be using them. But yeah, these are the ones. I don't actually build modern houses, so I've got no idea how this is going to turn out. You know, this is quite literally a 1-bedroom, no bathroom modern house. But hey, glad it's got a bar. Slab placing is not fun. I just love Minecraft logic. You know, honestly, for someone who doesn't build modern houses, this turned out really well. Now I decided to change it up a bit and have an actual curve rather than just a straight box, just to give it an area of interest. I think the front yard turned out pretty decently. Got a fountain, got less of these annoying pressure plates. I think it's good. So inside you have a lovely sugarcane dividing wall, a small table to put your keys on, a gorgeous lounge room complete with a TV, a quaint little modern kitchen with some outdoor dining right next to it, a lovely little garden that stretches all the way around the house. You also got an amazing bookshelf in the corner. So then upstairs, you have a large living space. Also, this one actually comes with a bathroom with a secret button as the toilet paper holder. You have you have the bedroom, which comes with a desk and a laptop and a jukebox. I think it's nice. Even some top shelf storage up there. And then the main part, the bar, complete with a bartender, giving a great view of the city. Well, to be city. You know, honestly, I actually do like this place. Even though it's got a lot of lag items. I can't help myself. Everything just looks so good. Anyway, so on to the doghouse next door. So you come in and there it is. It's pretty much just a massive kennel, honestly. You got water, food, and your dogs. Let's rebuild. I love how this looks like an old-fashioned house, especially when compared to the modern house right next door. You know these dogs are going to have a really cool house. Look at it, it's gorgeous. In here, a perfect little doggy house. You have a nice couch to lie on. Some food, water. That's the only placeable food, okay? A nice bush. And the dog bed. Now it just needs the dogs. Nice. Now for the house next door. So you pretty much come in and there's your bed. I think I just built it as another place to sleep in. Actually, I think this is the first time I also discovered the wither painting. I mean, it's got a kind of a quaint vibe, how it's got like a glass door here. It's kind of nice. I don't think there's really anything else to it, except this was also the place where I believe I discovered the ocelot spawn egg. However, my dyslexia decided it had an A at the end, so I was pronouncing it as ocelota. And I actually called it that for quite a while. No, I did not know anything about ocelots or how to tame them, but I was just freely spawning them everywhere. So it's pretty much just going to look like the other iron houses, but maybe with just one bedroom. Well, that's this house done. Not the greatest, but you know, it's okay. Made a nice little kitchen. You got a table, some books. And the bedroom. That's it. Fixed up the garden as well. I think it's okay. So this is the part where things get really messy. So you have the hay sign. Spelled incorrectly, but whatever, I'll fix that up after. You have me testing out furnace minecarts, because apparently they actually moved things, and I thought that was amazing. And I just left the experiment there. You have what I'm going to assume is a hot tub. I think it was just because like I discovered mossy and I wanted to do something with it. So that's what I did. You have the tea shop and the station. But I want to do more with this area. And finicking everything together is going to be like a Tetris game. So I want to do an actual train station rather than just a few slabs smacked right next to the tea shop. And also try something different with the rail, because right now it's just on the ground and looks like it was haphazardly put there. I mean, which it was, but I don't have to make it look like that in the new version. So I wanted to like come up and actually go over the city so you can look out and have some pretty cool views. Now this could either turn out really good or really bad. And I don't know what it's going to be like until I build it. So, let's go. You know, let's ride this rail and see where it goes. Nice doghouse and modern house. The diamond pool. The wolf and ocelot. Dog fort. Cow fort. The creepy house. And the area with random builds that make no sense. Well, that's it. Waffle lights. So I've mostly finished the train station. Now I never actually revealed this, but the actual world itself is called Dog. Very creative. I just needed something short and simple for my Minecraft world. Anyway, you go in here, the main entrance, got some posters or ads, whatever. Come in here, why do they always do that to me? Why? Why do you not want to talk to me, mate? Anyway, come in here, you have those little gate things. Ads, vending machines, well, an attempt at them. Then you come up the stairs. Got a bit of a look down here. And here's the train station part. Now, I feel like it could use something. Not entirely sure what, but I think it's pretty good for now. So like even out here, I feel like it needs something. Still don't know what though. But I mean, hey, it definitely looks better than the original slabs. Well, next project. No, I'm not building this. Just no. Okay, so it's not actually Uncle Iroh's tea shop, but it reminds me of him, so that's cool. And this is based off of someone else's design, sort of. I say that like it actually looks anything like it, and I don't even know what that was, but whatever. So I think it's actually a pretty cool design for my noob self. You know, it's got 3 levels, actually 4 levels, very cool. I just love how there is just a literal single table in this entire building. Hope you weren't planning on sitting down and having tea, because there's nowhere. So I'm going to be using oak and oak fences for the most part of the building. And then I have to decide whether or not I'm using spruce or birch for the floor. Figure that out when building. And I will also be using jungle logs for the sides. And a mix of different leaves for the leaves. So let's build. Alright, so it's more of a tea mansion instead of a tea house, but hey, that works. So inside we have tables and chairs and a dude that actually sells tea and milk. And upstairs you have even more tables and chairs and plants and pictures and some cocoa beans to add to the vibe. Then you go up even higher and there's more tables and chairs and even more up here. I decided to really go all out with pictures, leaves, fences, and just little things to make it feel nice. It's not the greatest view from this window, but I think it's still pretty solid. You know, actually, I like this place. I like how it turned out. A gem. Next project. Okay, so I saw a picture where someone built the word Minecraft in their world, which I think was actually a tribute to the original Minecraft logo. Now, I didn't actually realize there was an original Minecraft logo at the time or whatever, so I added the creeper face because, yeah, that was correct to me. Well, this thing sucks and actually makes no sense. It's out of place. So I'm going to put it on a platform and make it look like a monument. Alright, so this is the Minecraft monument. The original title screen actually had cobblestone, whereas I used stone. I don't know if I really like it, to be honest with you. It's a bit gross. Now, this is what it looks like with stone. That down the bottom, this platform would change to cobble or something. So I don't know which one I should use, if I should keep it as cobblestone or have it as stone. I'll actually let you guys decide on that one. I personally think maybe the stone looks a bit better because it's not so rough, but the original cobblestone makes more sense if it's based off of the logo. So that's it with cobblestone. That's it with stone. Would also like to point out that every time it went down a bit, added a new stair layer. You see it in real life when the ground isn't completely flat. So it works. Now these bushes, like they make sense, they help to break it up, but not sure if I entirely like it. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'd be happy to hear it. On to the next project. I figure I'll build this thing as well. So I'll build it here next to the tea shop. It's not working, it's too small and squished. Re-entry. Yeah, I moved it to the other side of the tea shop. There's a lot more space here. So I ended up turning it into a thing that looks like an old well or something that the city might have been using for their water before they got the dam. And I think that actually works really well, especially considering what it was. This just seems to make it tie up into the lore of the world, which isn't much at this point, but hey, I think it works. It works really well. So I will add in the sign now. Hey, sign done. Next project. Yeah, I don't think there's any story behind this thing, but there's an invisible bed here. And they have a nice pool. So let's rebuild. Expanding diamond waters by 1 block. Whoops. You remember that little pathetic box? Well, this is it now. You know, even from the outside, it's got some very nice dynamics to it. So we come inside, and a bit squished, but that's okay. You got a cake, you got a sink, you got a stove, a table, and a very nice window out into the backyard. You have a sort of bedroom, living room space. Didn't really know what else to put. Maybe it could have used a painting, but there's already enough lag in the backyard. So you come out, they have okay, it's a bit smaller than last time, but that's okay. You got a creeper beach ball. Got some plants, a barbecue, and a table and chairs. Now I would have put some more out here, but I'm like, yeah. Do I really need to put more lag out here? There's lag in other places. So, I think it's good. So now onto the wolf and the ocelot. I think I just literally wanted to build a Minecraft wolf. And I did. And then I built him a friend. And a house. Those things were to light it up before there was actually a good way of hiding lighting. So, yeah, I'm not going to be including them. But interestingly enough, there is a secret. It's a little wolf shelter. And they all have orange collars because they were glitched out at the time. So yeah, the house is basic. There was more torches here. I actually got rid of some. Yes, I know, it's scary. It's gonna need a whole lot more improving. So yeah, let's build. There's also this terribly built chicken, but I think I just put him on top of the kennel. Wolf house, ocelot house. Its neck is too long. Building like pixel art or whatever this sculpture thing is, not really my thing. Nah, it looks too much like a dog. Going to make the ocelot. Well, I got the wolf and the ocelot done and their respective little homes. I think they turned out okay. The ocelot looks pretty cool, looks cute. And the house is also cute too, little fish. The wolf, it's not terrible. It's okay. But I'm also just super critical of myself, so I feel like it could be better, but I don't actually know what to do. It's got its house. It's also got the chicken on top. I like it. It's not the greatest thing I built, but for what it is, I think it's cool. Alright, next project. Switching back between worlds, it's like, oh my gosh, what is this garbage? It's definitely an interesting experience. Okay, so I had this thing about building a pool anytime I saw one of those little waterhole things, and this is a diamond version of it. It's got the little shack with 100 torches that no one knows why are here, and an invisible bed. Yeah, there's a lot of invisible beds in this world. I don't know the exact reason why. Potentially it's because they have coloured beds now, and all the original beds are just glitched. Well, most of them. So, yeah. Let's rebuild. Interestingly, I didn't actually realise there was this weird 1x1 thing here. I thought my noob sub just for some reason put this weird little line in the pool. But turns out it was actually here before then. Still makes no sense though. Bed? What? Oh. Is that because it's glowstone? Well, that's that sort of done. This was a bit of a tricky build, to be honest with you. I like the pool. I like the relaxation station. It doesn't really make sense to have a bed here, but you know what? That's okay. It can stay there. It's got some water slides. Well, sort of. Water features, maybe. And then these are beacon lights. I know they're needed, but I don't know if this is the right move for lighting. I tried something like a canopy lighting, so it would be like here, but honestly it did nothing, so it was kind of useless. And it didn't look that good either. So, yeah. I'll figure out something later. Or you guys can suggest something. Okay, on to the next build. This thing! The tree house! So I was watching Etho's Minecraft video where they were having a massive PvP battle in Vintage Beef's treetop space, and I thought it was just so cool, so I had to make one. But there was one issue. I didn't actually know how to grow a big jungle tree. So I was just planting saplings, like one, growing it and trying to figure out, well, why does it work? Where do you get the big ones from? At this point, I didn't even think you could plant them yet. So I just had to make do with another one of my solutions, was to just grow probably like the most smallest jungle trees. Oh no, actually I created the jungle tree. Yeah, that's what I did. I made a fake one. It's a custom tree, guys. And then I put the tree house in it. And then some leaves on top. So then you come up here and there's the tree house. I mean, it's cute for a little tree house. You got a nice view of the place. Well, let's rebuild. So I'm also going to be building another custom tree. And let's see how that goes. Not too bad, not too bad. Building up the tree house. Put a villager here, and he is going to be called Dave. And he's going to sell plants. Well, he's supposed to sell plants. Well, that's the tree house done. Just gonna... I need to redo that. New Dave. Well, I finished the tree house. I think it's actually pretty interesting. That is a very, it's an interesting custom tree. I don't know if it's my best. I don't know if it needs some more puff up there. But it's solid. It's solid. Now, I've changed it up a bit. So the house is on one of the branches. And down the bottom is Dave and his plants shop. I can sure bet that person in the modern house comes here. So you enter through a gate over here. You come up the stairs. Hey, Dave. And there is Dave's house. Inside it's actually quite spacious. You got a little couch, full-sized kitchen, which is pretty impressive in a treehouse, and a little bedroom. And you got heaps of plants everywhere because Dave really likes plants. Okay, he really likes plants. And you got a little balcony. Very nice. It's not safe, but Dave doesn't do safety. He does plants. And there's some more plants up there. Lots and lots of plants. There's also some hanging lights as well. I actually really like these. I saw them in Ethos World ages ago. Very inspired off that guy. Now the house is supposed to be sort of like a bit of a rundown house. Rundown old tree house. But this guy makes it work. Not sure if I like the leaves up here. But you know, it's alright. Added a bit more puff. Probably needs more finicking, but it's done for now. So, we got the pig fort, the chicken fort, the sheep fort, and now it's time for the cow fort. So I'll be using similar blocks to the other forts, except with spruce for the leaves, and potentially spruce for the floor. But I'm going to build it over here instead of the creepy house, because I feel like that makes more sense in the swamp. Looks like a meteorite struck here. Boom. Cow time. Well, that's done. And you got the chicken in the background. It's a lot bigger than the other forts, but I feel like it probably works because it was the biggest out of all of them, and cows are a big animal. So yeah, the spruce wood actually does work really well. Really like that. And I've got overhanging lights to light it up. It really needed something. And I even have a little cow face that blends in too much with the wall. Sort of better, sort of not. Well, that's done. So when I was watching the YouTuber CoStar, he built an epic base called Dog Fort. It was a massive fort built out of cobblestone. It had details in the walls, and it was just really cool. So that I built one myself. And this is how it turned out. Well, she did try. She really did. Okay, it's got completely flat walls and towers that look nothing like it, and a really ultra thick path, and like no space inside of it, and a pathetic little barn house. But hey, she did try. Okay, this was quite big for her. Okay, a lot of block placing. So now I'm gonna make it awesome and a lot bigger. So this time I'm gonna be adding some stone brick. and winging the rest. Well, that's a better size. Ignore the cobblestone. Just ignore that, please. Tower base is too big. Re-entry. Now, I kind of like that one better than that one. But I'm thinking I might expand the fort some more. That's better. Now, I want it to be detailed, but not too detailed. You know, more of the idea of function rather than aesthetic. But still looks good. This one or this one? I think this one. But do I like it? So, I built the tower. Yeah, it looks okay. It's alright. Now, I'm going to be using a structure block to copy and paste it on the rest of the four corners because block placing, ain't nobody got time for that. Looking good. Now it's just time for the house. The fort was the first thing they found when they came to this location. And now it's just a tourist destination. So here we have the owner's cottage. Through here is the formal dining area. In here is the bedroom and desk space. Outside we have the outdoor dining area and the outdoor kitchen, complete with all the necessary resources. And out here, a gorgeous little garden for the owner to enjoy. Now this is the monument to the wolf, as this place was inspired by a base called Dog Fort. This is the horse stable, as horses were the original mode of transport for the city. Over here we have a small farm for the animals, sheep, cows and chickens, and right by the water, a crop field of wheat and carrots. Over here we have the forge with a ready anvil, furnaces and cauldron. Here are some blocks of already forged iron, and a few more iron ores in the back, waiting to be forged. You can also enter the towers located at each side of the fort, and come up and walk along the fort walls. The towers also lead up to a second story where you can look out onto the terrain. I'm happy with how it turned out. I like it. Definitely a lot better than the original, a tiny little box or whatever that thing was. I imagine it as sort of like an old fort that was here when they started the city, and now it's just become a tourist destination and sort of like a city museum in a way. The outside's pretty good as well. I probably have the path and the train station coming through here, because this is going to be the Dog Fort stop, the city's museum. I added a collar to the wolf, added a little train station, added more of the railway, and ran out of time for the episode. Yeah, I still got quite a lot done though. But before I leave, I want to introduce a new thing to the video. Comment of the day! I love it when Ether does this. It's a good subscriber interaction. So, for the first comment. The audio of the video is a bit hard to hear, but nice video nevertheless. By again Psycho X. Okay, so for me it sounds completely fine on both headphones and on desktop audio, so I don't know what issue you're having, but if anyone else is having this issue, please let me know because I'll let them look into it. Now I do actually appreciate comments like this. I like the feedback, as long as it's respectful and helpful. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'll be happy to hear. But keep in mind this is also just my experimental series, so I'm just having fun and playing around. Some things will work, some things won't. But it's part of the process. Next comment. Looking good by finally playing in it. Yeah, that's the name. Now these comments I love as well because they're really supportive and they're helpful to me, especially after working on this thing for a month. It's helpful to see that people are actually enjoying it. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Next time on rebuilding my first Minecraft world. Finishing this area, even though I promised to do it the last episode. The better version of the jungle tree house. And a certain portion of this island. Or maybe the whole thing, who knows. This video brought to you by these memes.